Hi, I'm Lynn Bridgeford from the Aether Bios Clinic and Aether Bios Yoga, and today I'd like to help you with some stretches for tennis. So these are things you can do during the game, before the game, after the game. Join me. None of what I'm going to show you replaces any medical care. If anything is painful, please don't do it. Listen to your bodies and take good care. We're going to be doing some full body stretches. Tennis uses a lot of different long chain movements. We're going to start with the spine. Gently bend the knees. Keep the racket to keep some distance in your arms. Keep the spine straight and just gently twist around. So we're keeping the legs still. And we're twisting up, around with the spine, and you may hear a few creaks. Just gently ease up the spine. We need a lot of good hip movement in tennis. So if we bend the knees, keep that nice long tailbone, so we're using the core, lengthening in the tailbone, and we just stick the hip out one side to the other. You can put the hands on the hips and go one side to the other. Really move in the pelvis and in the hips and in the low back. Then we're going to go forwards and backwards, forwards and backwards, forwards and backwards, forwards, backwards. And we're going to do a full circle. So we're going to go out to the side, back, other side, front. You can hold your arms up if you want to the side, back, side, front, side, back, side, front, other way, side, back, side, front, side, back, side, front. If you want to keep that nice and smooth, bend the knees, the upper body's quite still. We can make circles with the hips and the pelvis and the other direction. And if you want to go a little bit further with it so it gets down to the feet. So we're circling in the knees and in the ankles and in the hips and the other way. So get that movement, we need good rotation in the knees and the ankles. Standing with the feet wide apart, we're going to take a good stretch, turning the whole body around this time, not just the arms. So we turn the body, keep the legs straight and strong, turn around, and you can look behind you. Take a few deep breaths there. Come back and we go the other way. You can do it with the legs bent if you like. Get a little bit of movement in the knees and the ankles as well. Keep breathing, very important to breathe. With hip width between the knees, tuck the back foot under, front foot, you want the knee above the ankle, nice straight spine, and we're going to gently slide forwards. So we're stretching in the hip flexor, keep the toe tucked under behind you, and breathe. We can reach the arm up and twist around and get a lifting out of the spine and a leaning back. So we're getting the pressure through the racket, opening the heart. You can take the hand down on the leg if that's comfortable. Keep it on the hip. So we're stretching and we're twisting. And come up. And we can stretch and twist the other way. So take this hand on the hip, reach up, lean forwards. Lengthen through the spine. You can lean as back as much as you want to, as long as it's comfortable. On the other side, lean forwards, stretch in the back hip and thigh, reach the arm up and twist around. You can take the hand on the hip. You can lift and lean back as long as it's comfortable in the spine. Reach up with the other side, lift up, lean forwards into that leg, take the other hand either on the hip or behind you. And breathe. From there, coming on to pose of a child. You may not want to do this on the tennis court, but if you're in between, legs up, knees apart, reach the hands forwards, open in the armpits, lengthen in the spine, and let the head relax down. Breathe fully. Coming back up on all fours, Knees apart. Want the butt above the knees, hands under the shoulders, nice straight spine. And we're just going to lengthen the spine with a cat-cow as we inhale and exhale. So take it slowly, lengthen. We want opening in the spine, lift the tailbone, lift the chest, lift the head. Breathe out, curl the tailbone round, curl the chest, curl the head. Breathe in, lift the tailbone, lengthen, lift the chest, lift the head. Breathe out, tuck the tailbone under, curl around the chest, curl around the head. Come back to neutral. We're going to take downward facing dog. So tuck the toes under, reach up, bend the knees to get a nice length through the spine, relax the head. Then if you can go further, straighten the legs and bring the heels down, opening in the armpits. You can have a little wiggle side to side, lengthen through the spine. Step forwards, come up onto that front leg, keep the knee above the ankle, reach the back leg away. So we're stretching through the front of the thigh and the psoas muscle, lengthening in the tailbone. If you want to reach the arms in front of you, you can. And sink the heel down into the mat to stretch all through the back of the thigh and into the calf. You can add the racket to that if you want to put a bit of weight in your hands. Stepping back to downward dog. Lengthen through the spine, take a good deep breath there. Step forwards. Come up, knee above the ankle, reach the back leg away from you, lengthening that hip flexor. Interlink the hands, reach them forwards and sink the heel down, stretching the back of the thigh, the back of the calf. If you want to add the tennis racket to give a little bit of weight. To bring some flexibility into the lower limbs and the joints, bring the feet together, squat down a little, and we're going to make circles. So you're starting the circle with the knees, keeping the knees pressing together, and then you've got a little bit of circle going through the ankles and through the hips. To practice a little bit more back bending for your serve, standing, you're going to bend both knees, and we're going to keep the top of the body in line. We're going to bend from the knees. So we're going to keep lifting in the core, and we bend straight from the knees. So we're not yet bending the back, but we're bending the knees. And come back up. Lift up, go forwards with the pelvis, bend at the knees, come back up. So this is where we're starting our back bend. Most of our back bend comes from the upper back. So we're going to first work to open the triceps, open the shoulder joint. So taking the hands behind you, lift the chest, we want the core strong, lengthen out of the spine, lift up and take the arms behind. Slide that racket down your back. If you want a bit more, lift up through the chest, keeping the length in the spine. And relax off a little, have a little wiggle to make sure you don't put tension in. It's always good to wiggle. Lift up nice and tall, engage the core, strong legs, and lift up and reach back with the arms, and then reach with the upper back and come back up. With whichever hand you use the racket with, we're going to have a good strong core, good stance. We're going to take the racket behind you so you've got the weight reaching up, lift through the spine, and just with that hand take a back bend and a twist. Make sure it's comfortable. We're bringing that pelvis forward, we're not actually bending the knees. Although we can do it with bent knees, so let the arm go behind you. Lift up, bring the pelvis forward, bend the knees and twist. And come back up. So for balance, we still want to do the other side. So take the racket in the opposite hand, hold it behind you. Strong stance, use the core. Lift up nice and tall, let the arm go behind you with the racket. Lift up, bend the knees a little and gently twist. So you can practice just Gently going in and out of that position, using the core, using all the movement of the joints. So coming from an upright position, we're going to put that all together. Twist, bend, lift the chest. Twist, bend, lift the chest. We're working through all of the joints. Have a little wiggle. Just ease everything out. With feet wide apart, reach up, shoulders down. Draw the shoulder blades down, lift the chest, strong core, and reach up and back. Drawing the shoulder blades down. Lift the neck up and back if the shoulders are down and it's comfortable, and then come back up. Reach up on the inhale and gently go back on the exhale. Come up on the inhale. So from the side, keep it comfortable. Reach up on the inhale, lift up and over on the exhale and come back up. Have a gentle wiggle. We're going to bend the knees, reach forward, fold forwards, let the body hang down. You can bring the hands on the feet or hold the elbows, let the body sway. Please let the neck be easy. Little wiggle from side to side. Let your whole spine lengthen out of the pelvis. And to come up, tuck the tailbone under, release the arms, roll up vertebra by vertebra, and lift the chest to bring the head up. Reaching both arms up, holding the racket in your dominant hand, shoulders down. Reach up nice and tall. We're going to have a gentle lift and stretch, so reach up to the sky and reach through to the tips of the fingers on the other side. Reach so much that your feet almost come off the ground and reach up. We're stretching all the way through the sides of the body, through the rib cage, and twist around. Stay there for a few breaths, shoulders down. Breathe into it, keep the spine nice and flexible and strong. Twist the other way. Only go as far as is comfortable. To loosen up the joints in the arm, we're going to take the racket, point it down and swivel it. It's almost like you're letting it move itself. There's a very light grip. Let the arm hang down. So this is moving the wrist, the forearm, the elbow, and up into the shoulder. And for balance, we'll do the other side as well. So imagine that this is heavier. It'll feel a bit weird on the non-dominant side. Give it a little wiggle. Keep your posture good. Let all of those joints just have a little rotate. We're working in all the fascia, elastic tissue through the joints. It's good to stretch across the back of the arm. So take the arm across the front of your body, hold it, and look the opposite way. Get a nice stretch. Nothing should hurt, just a sweet stretch. Make sure you breathe because the body responds well to the breath and stretching. And the other side. Take it across, look the opposite way. To stretch the front of the chest, we can interlink the hands or hold the racket, reach it away, roll the shoulders down, reaching down and away. You can lift it up behind. If you want a little more, you can bring the feet wider. We're going to fold forwards either with straight or with bent legs. Bring the arms over behind you, let the head relax down. And let the front of the arms and across the chest just open nicely. To come up, curl the tailbone under, roll up vertebra by vertebra, bring the chest up to lift the head up. To stretch the hamstrings, bring the feet apart, bend the knees, stick the bottom out, bring the leg in front, feet are apart, knee and toe facing up the same way, lift the core, engage the quadricep, and lean forwards with a nice straight spine, so the stretch should be in the hamstring. If you want more, draw the toe up towards you. If you want to relax it down, give it a break, bring it up again, and lean forward, stretching the hamstring. Breathe and relax. On the other side, bend the knees, bring the leg forwards, keep both legs strong, lift in the core, keep the neck in neutral, the spine nice and long, draw the toe back up, fold forwards. If you want more, bring the toe towards you, give a little rest by taking the foot down, and come back up again. To stretch the quadricep, the opposing muscle, stand with your feet apart, bend the leg up towards you, We're aiming to bring the knees together and have the knee pointing down towards the floor and bringing the heel to the bottom. For an active stretch, we're going to activate the muscles, so push the foot into the hand, hand into the foot. We're activating the quadricep. Relax it and bring the heel to the bottom. If you want more out of it, you can take your knee further behind. Just do what works for you. Push the foot into the hand, hand into the foot. Relax and bring the heel to the bottom. Always do both sides. Bring the foot up towards your bottom. Bring the knees together, point the knee down towards the floor. Bring the heel to the bottom. For an active stretch, push the foot into the hand, hand into the foot. Relax it and draw the heel towards the bottom. To get more out of it, take the knee back, push the foot into the hand and the hand into the foot. Relax and bring the heel to the bottom. And again, push the foot into the hand, activate the quadricep, relax and bring it towards your bottom. To work with the neck, we've done a little bit with the neck. We're going to stretch the trapezius. So lean with your head to the side. You can interlink the hands behind you. Keep the neck in neutral, so no tension. Just allow the stretch to happen with the weight of the head. Pull down a little on this hand. Few deep breaths because the heart and the lungs are attached to the neck. Come up on the inhale, change sides, lift up and incline the other way. Pull down on this hand, encourage the stretch in the trapezius. Turn to the side, keeping the shoulders level. A few deep breaths in and out. Turn the other side. A few deep breaths in and out. And come back to the front. And as in tennis, we need to follow the ball. We need to be able to lift the head up. So the secret in doing that comfortably is having the chest up, shoulders down. So we've done some already, but draw the shoulder blades down, lift the chest and look up, keep it comfortable and come back. Reach back, look up and very gently side to side, come back up. Lean back and lift the head up. Want to do that very carefully with the neck, but the secret is getting the shoulders down and training that so you've got all the mobility in the neck. There's a stretch for the front of the neck, so it's quite specific. We take the hand with the thumb facing inwards, we make an L shape. We're going across the clavicle, that's the collarbone, on the opposite side, and we're going to slide the thumb along there so it's on the front side, the anterior side of the clavicle. So once we've got it there, we keep the pressure a little bit into the collarbone, lift the little finger side up so that the thumb rolls down just below the collarbone and onto the ribs. Keep that connection, bring the hand down, put the other one on top of it and relax the elbows down. So we've got a connection on the second and a little bit on the first rib where some muscles attach. And lift the chest, incline away. Keep it easy, and we gently lift up the chin a little bit of yes and no movement. Find where it gives a sweet stretch. Turn a little bit away or a little bit up. Breathe into it. It's minute movements to find the stretch. And come back up. So the other side, make the L with the hand. We're going to the opposite collarbone. Slide across the front of it. Keep that connection. Lift the little finger side up so the thumb rolls down just off the collarbone onto the ribs. Bring the hand down, other hand on top, elbows down. There's no tension, it's just the gentle pressure into the chest. Lean away, find that gentle sweet stretch. Then we're going to lift the chin up a little, lift to the sky a little, gently find the place and breathe into it. We're not doing a lot of movement. It's very specific. And it should feel lovely. And come back up. Roll the shoulders back and down. And we can do that with the arms. Get the arms moving back. Let the whole body movement come into that. So we're moving all the way down to the feet. And then bring it forwards. Getting all the movement. We're not moving too much with rotation that way, but we're getting the movement all the way around with our arms. And shake the wrists. Finally, we're going to do the wrists and the forearms and the elbows. So a lot of elbow problems from tennis, like tennis elbow, are really to do with tight forearm muscles and where the tendon attaches up onto the elbow joint. It gets irritated and you get tendinitis. But the problem is usually in the soft tissue. So we're going to start with the wrists. Take prayer position. So press the hands together, bring them towards your heart, lift the heart, and press them together and press down. So we're keeping the shoulders down, really working on those wrists. Turn the fingers forwards, do the same thing, make sure the shoulders are down and the chest is up, pressure all in the wrists and the hands, pressing together. It shouldn't hurt, it should be a gentle stretch. Turn the fingers towards you, only go as far as you can with it, and down. Shake the hands, it's always good to shake everything out a bit. We're going to stretch the front of the forearm, elbow up, palm forwards, take the other hand against the palm and gently draw back towards you, so we're stretching on these muscles. See if you get an even plane. You can do these on the floor, but you may not have floor that you can get down onto. And the other side, elbow up, palm forwards, shoulders down, take the opposite hand against the palm and draw it back. So we're stretching all along the inside of the forearm. Give it a good shake. We've already done some of the stretching for the forearm by reaching back and away and turning the hands. We may need a little bit of extra help to iron these muscles out. You can get little rollers and you can roll up and down, or you can put this on a table and roll the forearm, or you can roll the other way. So get some good pressure in and iron out those muscles. It should be a sweet pain, not a horrible pain. So you can go all the way around, or you put that on a table. Of course, both arms. Another option is to take tennis balls and wrap them in a sock so they're close together, and then you can use that also to roll those muscles on. Now these are the gripping muscles that are particularly going to get tight in your dominant hand. So you can also take a kneading with your hands and just squeeze through those muscles, all on the front and the outside. Give a little squeeze. Just shake the elbows out, so hold behind the elbow, and this is the hand doing the moving. Just let that elbow move up and down. So this is the hand moving, is not the one doing the work. We can go side to side with it, and we can make circles. Just ease through the joint as long as it doesn't hurt. And then come down to the wrist, give the hand a bit of a shake. So we're shaking the wrist, make circles. It doesn't make circles quite as well. Just gently ease through, having a tight grip below the wrist, so we're isolating the hand there. Take hold of the hand and shake the fingers. And then we're going to take some fingers and grab just above the knuckle and ease down, just stretch through, give a little squeeze and stretch down each finger. And the other hand, hold behind the upper arm, give it a little shake about, a little circle, and side to side. Come down to the wrist, hold the two bones of the wrist, shake the hand around a bit, just get some ease in there. Take hold of the hand, shake the fingers. Then we're going to take some fingers and squeeze all the way down the finger from the knuckle. Just give it a good squeeze, a little bit of a massage, and down from the thumb. Give it all a shake out. That's just a few full body and whole body exercises to help you improve your tennis by having a better stretchability in your body for your particular sport. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining me. I'm passionate about sharing my yoga journey and all the wonderful things that yoga has to offer for our life and our benefit. And I really look forward to sharing more with you, and hope you join me more on my journey. Please like, subscribe, chat to me, ask me any questions, and connect with me on my other channels. There's YouTube, there's Instagram, there's LinkedIn, my Facebook page, my website. So thank you so much. That's Lynn Bridgford.
Hatha Bios Yoga.